Hey guys, what's happening? This is Forgo Nation, and today we're going to talk about Luna and this new uniform. First of all, guys, I think this uniform looks amazing. I freaking love it. I know some of you guys maybe don't like it, but man, I think she looks awesome in this thing. I love the long hair, love the headphones. I think it's pretty cool. Sorry, buddy, not right now. I mean, even her little pants leg thing here, it's not too bad, man. It's cool, it's cool. Kind of reminds me of the old days, you know, since I'm an old guy. I kind of like the torn jean look there. So, what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to do some damage comparisons between this uniform and her Andromeda uni. And the team that we're going to be running with is this right here. Now, we're going to be using Nick Fury because he's going to give her that super armor, because we're going to be facing Black Dwarf and Thanos, and they can guard break you, and having that super armor is going to give us a little, you know, take away some of that RNG. Plus, we're also going to be using Wasp for her debuff passive that she has to make sure we don't, you know, get caught in a tornado, get bled. It kind of levels out the playing field. Now, I just want to let you guys know right off the get-go that this uniform is stronger than the Andromeda uni. It is. It's stronger. You know, the question you're going to have to ask yourselves is it worth it? Do you really need this uniform? And that's going to be entirely up to you guys. All I'm going to do is just show you the damage comparisons and, you know, give you maybe some ideas of where maybe this could be more useful for you. So let's dive right down into it. Now, let's take a look at this new uniform here. Now, my Luna has 32,000 energy attack. Doesn't really matter, but we'll go through the build anyway. She has max attack speed, 69 crit rate, 178 critical damage, 47% ignore defense, so a little bit low there, and max skill cooldown. All of her gears are 25. She has all 5-star Urus. And all of her skills are at 6. And if you take a look, we'll just go straight to the uniform here. You take a look at the uniform effect. And they gave her 15% increase to cold damage, which is nice. And an enhanced effect of skill encore. And if you take a look here, they changed this passive. We don't really care about all this, to be perfectly honest, guys. The 2 skill. Really, the only thing that's really changed as far as like really noticeable is her 4th skill, giving us this 5% decrease of cold resistance that stacks up to 30% and ignores immunity, which means it works on world boss and lasts for 7 seconds. It also has a 6-second entice, whereas her Andromeda uni has a 5-second entice. So you're gaining an extra second on this, which is pretty cool. And you're getting this cold resistance down, which is kind of like all defense down. Not quite as good, but because she deals nothing but cold damage, it's pretty damn awesome for her. And we'll talk a little bit more about that cold resistance down. And then her 5th skill, you know, she's got the heals on her 5 and her 4 still has the immunity. Now let's preview the skill real quick. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the 5 first. There's that 5. Looks pretty much the same, guys. You see a little purple tint in there. That's a little different. The 4, now this is very different. Look at that thing. That's pretty damn dope, man. That is pretty damn dope. You get the cold resistance down. That's sweet. The 2, pretty much the same old, same old. The 1, you see the purple tint there. That is a little bit different, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. And then the 3. Still love the 3. Still think it looks awesome, but you see that purple tint in there? Really cool. They didn't change the tier 3 at all. We'll take a look at the tier 3 here. Same old, but you see that purple tint around her? It looks freaking dope. I mean, it definitely, she definitely looks like a singer putting on a show, if you know what I mean. She looks pretty tight. So I'm liking the new colors in the animation. That's pretty awesome. Now let's take a look at the rest of the build. Whoops, didn't want to do that. Get back in here. There we go. Okay, so she has a fully awakened Power of Angry Hulk set, and she has a CTP of Rage. Normally, when I do these damage comparisons, I wouldn't even have a proc at all on them. But because it's a Rage, and because the proc stays engaged for the entire 5 seconds while it's active, it does make a difference, guys, in your timing. But it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be a large difference. I mean, very minor. You just want to make sure you're getting your proc on your 5th and your 3rd skill. As long as you're getting the proc on the 5th and the 3rd skill, for the most part, they're going to do about the same amount of damage. The 2 skill does okay damage. The 1 does decent damage. You know, the 4 does good damage. I do think the 4 with this uniform does more damage. But the 5 and the 3 are really the main damage dealing skills. But, you know, when I'm playing with a Rage, I just kind of run through the rotations and just keep it flowing. Make sure you're timing the proc on the tier 3, the 5th, and the 3rd skill. That's what I always try to do. And then you use all the other skills in between. Now, something I want to throw out here at you guys that might be of relevance to you. When it comes to this uniform, because it has that cold resistance down, if say we were you to use this team and then give her some kind of support right here, like Shuri or Nick Fury or Ghost Panther or whoever, some kind of extra 45% damage out supervillain support, because White Fox offers 60% damage to L2 characters that have leadership, which Luna has, and because of her leadership, this increased all debuff effect by 40%, she's going to jack up Luna's cold resistance down to 42% instead of 30%, which means she's going to do a whole lot more damage. Now, I didn't want to do a comparison using White Fox because I feel that it would give Luna the complete advantage. Not everybody has White Fox, but she is free to play and a lot of people do have her. And I just wanted to level the playing field and just have Nick Fury as the leadership. But I just want to let you guys know, if we were to use White Fox, Luna's going to claim this victory with this new uniform easily. She will claim it easily because her cold resistance down is going to be even more powerful. Now against Cole Obsidian, because he debuffs the cold resistance downs, maybe it wouldn't have as much of an effect. But against, you know, the first couple phases of Thanos and Ebony, who we are going to be testing her against today, it would make a massive difference. So I just want to throw that out there. So you guys that are debating whether or not you want to buy this uniform, if you have White Fox at tier 2, then yeah, she's going to, you know, White Fox is going to be an amazing leadership for Luna and going to be even that much better with Luna having this new uniform. And if you have White Fox's new uniform, you're going to get an extra 10% all attack on top of that. So it's really, you know, you guys are just going to have to weigh out your options on what you want to do. Let's go back to the first page here. There we go. So guys, let's get into the comparison and let's rock and roll. Okay guys, so here we are. And we're going to start off with the Andromeda uni, of course. And we're going to go for 1 minute and 30 seconds against Cull. Now remember, Cull debuffs the cold resistance down. We're not going to use any strikers for any of these runs. We don't want anything skewing our damage. And by the way, if you guys notice, this is stage 50 without strikers and just Nick Fury's leadership, which is pretty damn bonkers. And this is another question you guys need to ask yourself. Does she really need it? I mean, look at how powerful Luna is right now with the Andromeda uni. You know, a lot of you guys, if you got a mythic uni on Luna, that's something else you need to take in consideration. Or do you want to rank up another uniform that's very expensive for a paywall? I mean, these are things you guys need to ask yourselves, and I can't answer it for you. All I can do is show you the results of the damage comparisons, and I really don't think her new uniform is going to be PvP relevant. I mean, it might, but I don't think so, guys. I think she's going to remain a PvE god. I think that's where she's really going to shine. She's just amazing in this crap. I mean, she can do all the world bosses, you know, in either uniform, but yeah, I mean, Cold, like I said, you know, because he debuffs that cold resistance down, the damage might not be very different. But man, she can just melt this crap. And this is another reason I wanted to have Nick Fury, because that super armor is going to prevent us from getting guard broken while Cole is doing that spinning move. And every time you're getting guard broken, you're losing damage. And we want to just keep pouring it on as much as we can. I mean, look at the way she just melts this crap. It's really insane, man. I mean, Luna is so bonkers. It's not even funny with this uniform. So we got 2 seconds left. We'll pause it. Okay, so about midway through bar 11 with the Andromeda uniform. So let's see what she does with the new uni. Okay, guys, so here we are again. And remember, with the Andromeda uniform, she did midway through bar 11 in 1 minute and 30 seconds. So we're going to see what she does now. And I'm not using Nick Fury's attack buff. I mean, I guess I could, but nah, screw it. We're just testing the damage here. And if you guys pay attention to the top, that little blue shield that shows up is her cold resistance down. It does apply for a moment, but you're not getting that 7 seconds, guys. You're only going to get about maybe 2 seconds, if that. Yeah, about 2 seconds, I guess, give or take, you know, a half a second or so. And it makes a difference, but it's not a huge difference. And something else, I realized that this uniform is at normal and her Andromeda uniform is at mythic. But again, guys, whenever I do these comparisons, especially with uniform comparisons, you always want to take into account power creep. The Andromeda uniform has been in this game for about 1 year. So there's been quite a bit of power creep since then. And a normal ranked uni should be stronger than a mythic ranked uni after 1 year. But that's just my opinion. That's just how I feel, guys. That's just the way I think it should be. But man, I mean, I will say one thing. For the new uniform, she does seem a little smoother to play. And something I should have mentioned earlier is that her force skill has a 9-second cooldown with the new uniform, and her Andromeda uniform has an 8-second cooldown on her fourth skill. But I think her fourth skill here with her new uniform is doing more damage, man. It definitely looks a lot better, that's for sure. That thing is way cool looking. I'm loving it. So awesome. And you see, I mean, look at this, guys. We don't even have strikers, and you can barely even see what the hell's going on with her. I mean, her animations just take up the whole freaking screen. It's ridiculous. So we got about 2 seconds left. We'll pause it. All right, so here we go. So she got down to almost 10 bars. So she did over half a bar more with the new uniform. Now that's not too bad, especially considering that cold resistance down was being debuffed. So let's see what she does against Ebony. Alright, so we got the Andromeda uni equipped, and we are going to take on stage 75. And again, we're just going to go 1 minute and 30 seconds into this. Stage 75 with this team, guys, and no strikers. And you'll see she's so strong that she can still do damage to this high a level. And again, this begs the question, do you think she really needs a uniform? But, you know, after you see what's going to happen in this video today with the new uniform, maybe you'll be inclined to buy the new uniform. I mean, I don't know, guys. It's really a tough call. I do like the new uniform a lot more. I'm not going to lie. I love it. I think aesthetically it looks better. I think it's a little bit smoother to play. And I really like that the cold resistance down is that she has it. I think that's awesome. But she really is like the definition of OP. I mean, but she is in the Andromeda uniform. I mean, look at this, man. Taking down stage 75 like this with this team and no strikers, it's pretty damn impressive. I mean, it really is insane. Look at her go. Get her, girl. Get him, get him. And just for you guys to know, I've seen a comment once before about, you know, can you cancel her skill, her tier 3? Yeah, you can. Turn the SFX animation off, and then as soon as she throws her hand out, go into your skills. Whenever she does her tier 3 and she throws that hand out, go into your other skills. Yeah, man, it's easy as hell. Right here, she throws her hand out and you go into your skills. It's beautiful. You're going to do a whole lot more damage by doing it that way. Look at old girl get him. So we got about 10 seconds left and we're down to the 13th bar. Alright, come on now. So it looks about, okay, so almost midway through the 13th bar, just a little over half of the 13th bar she did. So let's see what she does with the new uniform. So here's where that cold resistance down is going to really play a big part in the damage that she does. Because, well, Ebony doesn't debuff it. So she's going to get all 7 seconds of that crap. And yeah, man. And right there, I was just trying to get the proc to trigger before I hit the fourth skill and then go into the 5 and 3 so we can do a little bit more damage. I mean, with both of these uniforms, I'm trying to do as much damage as I can. You know, play them both correctly to where we're getting the most damage as we can. I mean, it's not perfect, but I'm doing the best I can, guys. But I do love these. I do love that purple tint. I mean, I think that looks awesome. Freaking loving the hell of it. And remember, guys, she did just a little, almost midway through the 13th bar in 1 minute and 30 seconds with the Andromeda uniform. So against Cole, she did more damage, about half a bar. So she should definitely do more damage against Ebony. I wouldn't see why not. It would only make sense. And by the way, guys, I actually ran this run against Ebony quite a few times because the first time I did it, the results I got were a little perplexing. I didn't think they were right. I thought, man, I'm doing something wrong. So I actually did this a few more times because I wasn't happy with it. Because I actually felt like this uniform should do more damage than what I was seeing. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. I really wanted to give the new uniform all the chances in the world and be completely fair to both uniforms. For all of the players out there. Now look at this, guys. Look at the damage. We're already past the point of what the Andromeda uniform did. And yeah. She's definitely doing more damage. You know, I wouldn't say it's like tremendously more, but here we go. So she almost did, again, about a half a bar, which is really surprising. And again, I played this multiple times, and I was getting the same results every single time. So she's doing about half a bar more than against Cole and against Ebony, which is very surprising. Now let's see what she does against Thanos. All right, guys, so here we are. We got the Andromeda Uni again. And let's see what we're going to do here. And we're doing stage 30. And again, it just shows the power of Luna. Man, girl's ridiculous. I mean, look at that, guys. Look at that. Crazy. And we're just going to go through the first two phases against Thanos. Because the cold resistance down will apply. And that really, and most of the world bosses, guys, cold resistance down will apply. I mean, Cole's one exception, and Thanos' last two phases are the other exception. Man, she freaking just tears this up. It's really insane how powerful old girl is. I know I say it a lot, guys, but Luna really is ridiculous. There we got her enticed, and we hit our tier 3, and then start going into our skills. Look at that damage, man. Jesus, no strikers. Now, right here, Thanos went into an iframe, so we always want to keep track of that. You know, I know with the Quicksilver run, we were seeing, you know, how many times Thanos would go into an iframe. He just went into one iframe and how often we would proc correctly. With the Rage, we don't worry so much about when the proc is timed, but we definitely want to see how many times Thanos goes into an iframe. So he already did it once. Okay, so let's switch out here. Man, I think old girl could do stage 30 with no strikers and with this team, guys. It's ridiculous. We're not going to be using no attack buffs or anything, guys, because sometimes when you use the attack buff from Nick, some extra damage will happen, and I don't want that. I just want all the damage to come from Luna. Okay. Okay, so that's 2 iframes, guys. He went into 2 iframes. Get him, girl, get him. Man, look at the friggin' bar just melting. One thing about it that is awesome with either uniform is having that entice, guys. Okay, so let's see how much time we got here. So 3 minutes and 12 seconds, guys. So she did that in 1 minute and 48 seconds with the Andromeda uniform. So let's see what she does with the other one. Okay, guys, the final battle here. Well, the final test is actually what I should say. Yeah, raise your frickin' hand, punk. Oh yeah, that proc triggered right away. Look at old girl go. Man, that's some pretty dang good damage right there, guys. That's some pretty dang good damage. Look at that. Jesus. Whoa. It's already looking like old girl's... Yeah, this new uniform is doing really, really well against Thanos. Get our entice, get our tier 3, and start pouring it on. And this is awesome because the cold resistance down, you're getting your tier 3 after doing the cold resistance down. Then you're getting the 5 and the 3. I mean, with the Rage, you're just getting all those skills combined with the cold resistance down, it really is insane. Yeah, she's definitely doing more damage. Definitely doing more damage against Thanos. Wow. So these are some things to think about, guys. You know, you got these, and she can do Proxima. I just didn't want to do and Corvus, but I didn't want to do those two because when you bring in no strikers against those guys without any kind of, it's just, I don't know. Even with her Entice, they just run around a lot. I don't know. It skews the damage a lot. Look at her. Good Lord. Whoa. Thanos didn't even get a chance to go in an iframe, guys. He didn't even get a chance to go in an iframe. 3 minutes and 47 seconds. She did that in a minute and 13 seconds, guys. Minute 13 versus a minute and 48 seconds. 25 seconds faster. That is massive. Massive. And honestly, you know, because Thanos didn't go in iframes, that's making a massive difference in the amount of damage we did. But still, guys, she just took him down so fast, he didn't even have the chance to go into an iframe. So it's really up to you guys what you think is the best choice. You know, you got to take in consideration that this uniform is a paywall. You know, whether or not you got tickets to rank it up, whether or not you want to spend $50, is it worth 50 American? Well, it's 50 American dollars in my currency to buy the uniform. You know, what world bosses you use her for. As far as ABX, guys, she definitely doesn't need this uniform. She can easily cap the score. But if you have an account it's very difficult to cap the score with her Andromeda uniform, then maybe this would be a buy if you care about being competitive and you want to get a higher score. If you're having trouble with the CTP of energy, or maybe even a regular damage proc getting a higher score, maybe you would want to go with this uniform because I do believe it's going to do more damage. So there's a lot to think about, guys. You know, personally, I don't think she needs it, but if you're trying to push World Boss to the max with her, especially if you're trying to push Ebony to the max with her, this would be a must-buy for you. And I will be doing other videos showing some White Fox action with her to show you just how much better the uniform is, especially with White Fox as a support and a leadership. So guys, let me know what you think about Luna, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.